This gameplay was insane. This is a breakdown from me playing Dcroft about a year and a half, 2 years ago, Madden 22. I want to say Thanksgiving tournament. You guys are going to love it. Again, this breakdown's from 2 years ago, so you'll see a little bit younger me with a different background. Enjoy, boys. I'm playing one of my very close friends, Dcroft, my close friends community. I hate that we had to match up. I mean, this deep into a tournament, it's bound to happen, especially losers bracket, all that stuff. No real way of avoiding this, all right? So we have to play. He's a Madden 20 championship runner-up, 3-time club champion, or 2-time club champion, maybe 3. I can't, 2. It's a 2-time club champion. I got ball first play of the game, man. I'm really just trying to relax. I know I am the super underdog here. You see me flipping. I did that a lot in my last breakdown, beating the #1 player in the world. A lot of flipping here, really just try to get him a little bit off balance so he's a little bit uncomfortable. And we're going to snap this bad boy. We're going to see just if he does get contains off. He does right here. We end up eating a sack. Notice right there, we end up eating a 0-yard sack. That's so big. It's 2nd and 10. A lot of people in that situation, they back up, make it a 2nd and 19, 2nd and 18, right? They eat a bad sack. If you just stand in the pocket right there, actually, I probably shouldn't take off like I did, but I'm conservative with Vic. I know I'm pretty safe to do that. And it makes it 2nd and 10, which is so, that's fine, right? 2nd and 10 is fine. Right here, you see I'm going for this little creek, corner, flat concept on the right side, on the short side. Love this as a nice little play. Good little dink and duck check down, and I'm happy, right? That's just a play really to get into a rhythm, to get moving. I like these little baby dots. I feel like I'm a big rhythm type player. I rely a lot on just kind of getting into a groove of things, and that's a big play to sort of just, you know, it's your first completion of the game. It feels good. It shows you that, hey, this guy, there's holes in the defense somewhere. You can pass the ball. Throughout this breakdown, I wanted to show you guys a few concepts I'll be using in bunch time that you can apply really to anything. This is not specific to any formation. All right, so this is a first passing concept you'll see me do throughout. Gonna be breaking down random things throughout this video. This is an awesome route combo you'll see me use a little bit. All we're gonna do is put a flat, a post, and a curl on the same side, and on the back side, we're just gonna put some kind of flat route over there too. We're gonna snap this bad boy. It's gonna beat man, zone, a whole lot of things right here. I guess we'll just throw B. All right, guys, stick around to the very end of this video. A lot of different practice breakdowns happening. Stay. Again, a little Flipperooski, and we're on 3rd and 4 right now. Again, right in the same concept, 3rd and 4. I don't mind this. And right here, we're going for the corner out this time. Ends up getting picked off, and I'll be honest, my face kind of shows it all on the bottom left right here, dude. I'm gonna break down why this play got picked off, but I mean, honestly, this looks open, and I will stand by that. It's just kind of how the game plays this year. This is a deep half, I believe, and this is a 30-yard flat. Now, when I throw it, watch, this guy activates right here, and ends up making a wild play back to the ball. It's Cam Chancellor. That's a rough way to start your first drive against somebody who's one of the best offensive players in the world, and I really feel like going into this game, I need to match him point for point. So immediately, I'm already down a possession. It's a rough place to be in. We're running 3-5 odd, the nickel 3-5 odd. You guys know I love this. I love this against basically really everything. I think it's the best defense in the game without a doubt. It's been, my offense has been great this tournament, but my defense has been what's been like kind of killer, right? Madden 22 is a high-scoring game, and we have shut down some offenses, and we're going to be talking about what we do entire this game right here. But we're just going to break it down. He's going to take the delay. It's going to be fine. So it ends up having the ball on the 47, right? So already in a great spot. We have a full 50 yards basically to work with, so I don't need to play any kind of weird defense here, or, you know, situational specific defense. We just need to play some D, and we're going to send 4 at him. Watch this play right here. This motion over. Look at the route concept right here. He ends up going with the flood on that left side, similar to what I was doing, except he does it with motion, and his doesn't get picked off. So an easy dot for him for about 20 right there. I take notice of that with that motion, that immediately with that motion, he ends up attacking with the high-low on that left sideline, basically this ISO receiver sideline. So I'm kind of in my head, I kind of know that now. I'm kind of like, okay. And I've played Dcroft enough, Daniel enough to kind of know that that's something he likes to do. Along with this route combo right here, ends up kind of going up, and I thought that's a fumble, man, to be honest with you. Those are, I mean, that was an actual quarterback open field hit. Those become fumbles a lot. I felt good about the D. He had the in route like over the middle, but he didn't really want to take it, which is fine, understandable by him. And I mean, overall, good defense by me. I'm pretty happy with that. I know he wants those motion over seam wheels. He loves doing that. This route concept right here, absolute bag. Super happy with how I played right there. I kind of knew exactly what I felt like he was going to call based on his previous 2 play calls, because I knew that was another play that he kind of liked. And 3rd and 9, so I feel good, man. It's like, okay, we get a stop right here. I gave him a free 3 points. You can come back from that, right? I can chase 3 points. Chasing 7, though, will put me at a disadvantage the entire game. Right here, again, with that motion, I think he's going to go for this flood concept. You actually see my user miss right here. This is what's important about having a good blitz. A good blitz can bail out a bad user. I thought he was going to go with that flood concept, so I think 15 is going to be on a corner. Ends up being on a post. So my user is now behind. he ends up getting too much pressure, is trying to dump it down either here or possibly throw this. I'm not sure if he can make this throw with Ed Reed right here. This would be tackled short, but you see we have two people hitting him as he throws. And I mean, it's good defense, man. I'm happy with that. That's what the advantage of sending 5, of having a 5-man blitz that comes in, that's fast. That's what we like doing, right? So decent first drive. I'm happy. Back in the O, I've kind of told myself, okay, he has some crazy zones, so I'm just going to relax a little bit and just, you know, try to be a little bit safer. Right here, again, though, oh, man, a scary throw, dude. A scary throw. And when I throw this, I think this is open, so we're going to break down why I throw this. Look, this looks like he's going out right here. Then he sucks back in. See him suck back in right here? So I'm like, okay, this is a hook curl of some sort. He's going to play B. So I thought I'd be able to throw this, and I'm not sure what zone this is. I think it's a curl flat now or a seam flat, but I throw RB right here, so I'm like, okay, it's a safe throw, and then this guy activates, he activates his mid-zone KO, which gets him faster reactions, and his acrobat. Still would have to pick the ball through me, basically, to be able to get that pick, but scary. But I mean, at this point, my 4 passing plays, 2 of them I feel like his zones have played absolutely bonkers on. One of them resulted in a pick. That one was dang near a pick. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to lock in and freaking work right now. Like, this is going to be a freaking, like, going to work type drive. All right, little dump down to Patterson. I love that play call. I love the spin move. Cordell is an absolute workhorse for us right now on offense. In the other game, you guys saw that. Absolute freaking workhorse. And, guys, we are breaking down tips throughout this video, so make sure you stay all the way through. I'll be giving you guys random little pointers, both in the gameplay, just breaking us into practice mode for, like, you know, little 20-second segments as well. Little flipperooskies back and forth, trying to get a little nuke. End up throwing underneath. Again, kind of a tough throw, but you can really see my face, dude. I'm like, what the heck? Because that stuff usually is catchable, just like you get hit as you caught it. Whereas against Dcroft, it's like, oh, his players are dang near picking the ball right now. Going for another nuke right now. Going to go for the triple out. End up getting shedded, and nothing's really there. Had the delay fade, though. Always got to rely on the delay fades. Cool little gain of 7. And I mean, I'm 4 for 6 for 28 yards. That's not how I'm going to make a living, especially with, I mean, I'm not an idiot. I know how close a couple of these balls have been to being going the other way for 6. And I mean, if I turn this ball over, I feel like I lose, right? I held him to 3 once. We stood up on defense once, but you can't throw 2 picks in the first quarter and expect to win any kind of ball game. And this is a winner go back to bed type game. 3rd and 6, going to a route combo right here, attacking this right sideline. I love these high-low floods. I just feel like it puts defenses at such a disadvantage when they have to play me. He has somebody come free, which is frustrating. I end up getting the first with the delay fade, but look how I get flushed out of the pocket. I see this out of the corner of my eye. Watch this right here. He's coming free, and this guy, I don't think this guy's going to pick up the block, which he does, I guess, kind of. But I immediately take off with Vic, which is just something you can do with Vic. And I know that his users up here were able to get that. Unless he gets some crazy animation right here, he can't. Able to get it, able to fall forward for the first, able to keep the chains moving. Again, not pretty, but that's a throw where I feel more comfortable with that. I know that's a pretty consistent throw and catch right there. So I mean, it's scary, but I know I can do that. Especially, I love pushing the edges with Michael Vick. He has 93 speed. It's awesome. He's super cool about that stuff. And then you see the flip again, right? 1st and 10. Past midfield now, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of movage. He shoots the gap. I wanted to take that 1st and 10 just as an opportunity to see if he could shoot gaps. If he couldn't, I was going to keep on running because I needed some help on offense. He shoots it. 2nd and 8, I'm like, oh, okay. Little flipperooskies again. I think any kind of compressed formation, you have to be flipping. You have to be. And now we're going back to a route combo you guys saw me run earlier. 2nd and 8, it's going to be a post flat curl table route. Love this route combo. I think it puts defense in a terrible spot. We have B right here, but look at this guy behind. Look at this guy behind, and then look at low pass inaccurate. I get an inaccurate right here. And, yeah, that's an open curl. That's an open ball right there. And I get an inaccurate, which is one of the more frustrating things that can happen to you in the game, is an inaccurate. Inaccurates in general are frustrating, but then on top of that, a pick off an inaccurate when I've already... my first drive ended because I made a bad read, so it's like... Oh, I'm in a really bad spot right now, dude. Like I'm frustrated and concerned. I don't know what. I'm not sure how I'm gonna win this game. At this point, I'm like, oh man, I don't know how we're gonna win. All right, it's just hitting the 2-minute, the 2nd quarter, right? My user Diablo look over the middle. You see that motion over flood again, guys. I take note of the route combos he's running with this motion because I think motion is really confusing. So you kind of have to pay attention to it. Again, goes back to this motion over flood concept, and we have our 5-man blitz coming free. Has the corner, but that's the beauty of having a 5-man that screams, right? That they can't throw these deeper, even intermediate routes are like 20 yards on the field. They really can't throw too often. 2nd and 16. I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's go, man. There's no motion on this play, and our 10-yard flats just do a great. Everything's back. There's really nothing he could throw right here. There's just, I love 10-yard flats. This might have been a 15 even over here, possibly. Really, realistically, what you have to do is immediately throw that flat, but he couldn't. He could have maybe fit that in, but it's too risky of a throw for him. He knows he's in the driver's seat. Even on a 3rd and 15, he knows he's in a really good spot right now, just in the game in general. And I know he feels like at this point that I can't move the ball on offense, which, to be fair, I'm struggling. I am. Big down, big down, big down. Notice what my play out looks like right here. This is a huge thing. Everyone double Mabels where they put 2 flats on each side. Sometimes it's good to only just Mabel one side. I see his motion. I think he's going with this streak, flat, corner concept. So I'm going to take that away with this takes away a streak, this takes away the flat, this takes away the corner, right? That's my thinking right here. I have a vert hook right here for any kind of curls or anything. And he ends up not running that exactly. And he has the crosser, but again, guys, our blitz is coming in, and we are humming. This is the 4-man right here against 6, and we are just, look at this. We are just humming. My user comes down hard. I see him stepping up in the pocket, and honestly, he had the crosser, but I trust my blitz, so I want to take away those shorter routes a lot. And 4th and 17, I'm like, okay, he's actually going to end up going for it here. I want to talk about what I do right here. You see me setting up 4-3, even 6-1. This is a prime reason why I tell my Civil GG members to not just try a defense in-game. You need to practice it first. This blitz is really good if you know how to run it and you have reps in it that I'm running right here. I did not have reps in it. I did not. All right? It is really good, but I don't know how to set it up. And what we see here is that he's going to max protect, and I'm not going to get this blitz to come in. And this 4th and 17... he's going to have wide open. I also had the wrong personnel on the field. We blow an awesome 4th and 17 opportunity to get a stop. And not only a stop, but we're in field goal range if we get that stop. Him going for that, I think, is really stupid by him. It works out. I think it's a really bad play call just because he's playing awesome on defense. So why give me a free 3 points after I am playing good on defense so far this game? He doesn't really have much reason to think I'm not playing good on defense. Immediate check down to Cordell, and the Xbox turns off. This is a glitch I've had to deal with for a while. In Madden, super frustrating, very mad about it. Xbox turns off, and we have to recreate the situation. He ends up getting 8 yards off that play. After recreation, that took about 20 minutes. I'm pretty mad at this point just because the inaccurate pick, I'm playing bad, and I let up a 4th and 17. Emotionally, I'm pretty out of it. My stream was doing a good job. Shout out to you guys who were in my stream, by the way. My Twitch is linked in the description below, even probably in the pinned comment this time. Shout out to you guys who are kind of keeping my morale high, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty upset and pretty angry at this point. I feel like not only have I gotten unlucky, I've played bad, I've also just played stupid, which Dcroft's too good to do that against, man. Or he's going to go to a 2-minute warning. I'm happy he's on the middle hash right here. I like it. All passers want to be on a hash, so if you can have somebody in the middle hash, it's nice. Again, the blitz is screaming right here. You see my user kind of playing. We didn't necessarily, but watch my user right here. We go hard towards the seam wheel right here, so we can't just snap throw this because it's a little scary because I am speed versing this way. And then I rally back over here to try to take away these reads. He could hit this right here, but his eyes have already left it. And the blitz is screaming at him. You see a looper right here, the edge guy right here. And he's just going to try throwing it away. Ends up just getting it knocked to the ground. So I'm happy right now. I'm like, okay, mind you, these passing stats that are up here will be wrong for the rest of this game just because we had to recreate the situation. But everything is back on track. And defense-wise, I feel good. Just don't be an idiot, Kenny. Just literally right here. This is why I tell people all the time, just don't be an idiot. And that's what I have to do. 2nd and 10, this game is still within reach. Like, we can hold him. I'm playing good defense for the most part. He sends out 5 out. This time the blitz doesn't come in. He's able to hit that flat, and we end up not wrapping up. The huge thing in any sort of defense, especially defense I want to run, is that you have to wrap up and make tackles. That first guy there has to make that hit and bring that guy down. It's okay if he falls forward. I don't even care about that. I just need that hat to make a tackle on that hat right there. 1st and 10. Now, I end up sending the 4-man right here, end up making him step all the way up. So check this out. Dcroft has amazing pocket presence, and we're going to see that right here. We're going to see why he has to. He ends up stepping up way hard. Look at Lawrence Taylor coming off the edge free. Now he does glitch out right here, but Daniel doesn't know that. Dcroft doesn't know that. So he steps way up with Dan Marino, ends up walking right into a sack. The play was relatively bagged as well. But this is a great, just kind of high-level play by both of us. The play is bagged on my part, and he eats a sack for only a loss of 2, which is super manageable, right? That's totally fine on his end. He's totally okay with that. He does not care. He's gonna hit me with this little motion left to right this time. I don't actually take away the little double Mabel. We end up actually hitting him as soon as he throws that. I was right about the play call, and he kind of felt a little pressure. Let's see, actually, why did he get that ball off so fast? Because it would have been open. He waited another second. He ends up kind of releasing it a little prematurely, I felt like. And I think that's just kind of like a clock that's going on in his head due to the blitz that we have, kind of giving him major issues of making him get the ball out fast. That's kind of like the mental thing, because if he waits a second, he has 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 yards right there, right? But clock's going off in his head, timer. He ends up throwing the ball a little soon, and we get the knockout with our mid zone. 3rd and 12. Big stop right here. Here's what play. I don't remember what play call he has right here. In a little snap of the ball, has the wheel on the right side, throws the wheel, and we make that wrap-up tackle. That's a huge thing, mind you. 4th and 2. Let's go, Kenny. I'm moving my zone drops. I'm changing them around a little bit. Let's go, Kenny. Let's get off the field right here. He's going for it. I'm happy. I feel awesome on defense. I really do. And this time I get a 4th down opportunity where I'm not going to make a stupid mistake and try running a blitz that I haven't prepared for. I haven't prepared setting up enough. Because that's how this drive is still even a thing. I feel like I should have been off the field already. He should never convert a 4th and 17 on me. Right here, we play pretty good defense. And I'm pretty mad about this. I can't lie. I'm honestly sick about that. So let's break this play down right here, right? Basically, I have a 4-man rush coming. This hard flat coming out of here is going to help with the halfback wheel. The hook curl is going to help with any kind of verts right here. We have this hard flat to help take away the tight end out. Really, what he should have done, I'm surprised he didn't, is just put this guy on a baby out. I thought he might have, and that might be something you could throw. And then we also just have a cover 3 shell. You see my user immediately shoot outside, and then I'm looking to swerve back inside, coming down this halfback in route. He throws it right at my zone, falls behind the line of scrimmage. My guys literally pile over him, and then he somehow gets the 1st down. And at this point, literally everything's been drained out of me. You can literally look at me. Like, everything. I'm really pausing the game. I'm mad. I'm bitching to chat, which I feel like I have some reason to. I definitely can't be this emotional in a big game like this. But I mean, like, the one, that shouldn't be a catch. 2, this has to be. I mean, these guys are literally having sex on the field, I think. This has to be a tackle right here, too. Because there is no forward progress when you catch it in the air like that. So it's a frustration. I'm pretty mad. They'll just say whatever, though. I mean, nothing we can do except just keep on playing. 1st and 10, he audibles into trips, ends up running halfback base, has a good cutback, and gets a cool 9 yards right there. And he's milking the entire clock, too. That's one thing. He is milking it and has 1 timeout now, 30 seconds left. If we can hold him to 3, we still have a shot, though. I know that. It's just, it feels so unlikely. He goes into gun-heavy Patriot. This is in the Patriots playbook. Used to be in the Panthers. Is also in the Saints. I think it's really bad. I think it's kind of a gimmicky formation that he has Derrick Henry at halfback or at quarterback, and it's just not that good. You see, we're going to go up here with Diablo and actually shoot the gap, get a dive tackle, and tackle in the backfield. He ends up calling another timeout. I just think it's a bad formation, to be honest with you. There's not many good plays. 3rd and 1, though, I know, again, I can hold him to 3, and I played miserably to this point, and we still have a chance to win this bad. But, like, we still have a chance to be in this game and have a 1-possession game going into half. I'm like, all right, kids, let's go. Here we go. Giddy up. 3rd and 1. Let's get a stop. Because here it's like he can't really get stopped and then go for it again on 4th and 1. Just because with the time, if he gets tackled inbounds, puts him in a terrible spot. End up going super aggressive coverage. He ends up eating a sack. I call timeout now because I have a chance to get the ball back. He's going to kick his 3, 4th and 8. Going to be able to kick it straight as an arrow probably. And we have a chance to get the ball. We're going to have about 20 seconds left, all right? So there's the kick. Let's get up back on offense. 18 seconds left in the half. I'm trying to flip, trying to get his coverage a little bit off guard, and I'm just trying to attack deep. I have 1 timeout, so we have an opportunity here, right? 1 timeout. We're going to go for the nuke. One of our big plays. He ends up containing me pretty well, so we just immediately dump it down to get some easy, cheap yardage. Cut to the 33-yard line. We are looking for 3, really. I know touchdown's pretty unrealistic, 14, but 3 points is something that we could pull off, right? And if we get 3 points, it's a 3-point game. His ball at half, And I've been playing awesome defense, so we're still in this bad boy, right? This is a huge, huge, huge drive. End of the first half is such a big opportunity to win games, right? Even though it's the first half, such momentum swings happen right here. Go looking for this deep corner out on the right side, looking for wide. Maybe even had it if I didn't roll out like I did. Trying to go for the ag, don't have it. Jerry Rice gets hit, and we have 8 seconds on the 33-yard line. Barely enough time to get into field goal range, possibly. And we're going to see what we do right here. We're going to flip once to the left. Again, the whole point of this is just to try to throw off his defense just a little bit. I already have my play art set from when we flip back, just so it's automatically reset. And we are looking to roll out and throw a freaking nuke right here to Randy Moss. 7, 6. Not really enough time. You see his user sprinting straight back. I think the play's over, but watch his user. It drifts a little bit. It stops a little bit. It's going to be Randy Moss up top. Randy Moss with the laser beam. We're going to... Possibly the throw, I would argue, this is... The throw in my other video with the delay fade, holding back on the delay fade, throwing the crosser was probably the throw of my career. This has to be, this rivals it. This might be one of the best throws in the MCS. And in terms of just the significance of it, watch his user right here. It hesitates right here. He's afraid of me. What he thinks is that I'm going to throw this wheel and get out of bounds right around the 35 and kick 3. With 2 seconds left, I really can't do that. My only option here is to launch this bad boy deep, which I do. And look at this catch, a perfect throw and catch from Randy. I had to possession catch it to get that diving animation, and it worked out perfectly. And now we're going to kick our extra point somehow by the grace of like the hair on our nuts. We have a 1-point lead going to half somehow. It's really the major thing here. It was more of a blunder on him, and this just kind of goes to prove that even the best players in the world make mental mistakes. So like you can't give up. Like I was kind of in a give up mindset. Thank God I ran that bomb still instead of just trying to run the ball. So I mean, just put yourself in a position to let somebody else make a mistake, I guess, because like that does happen. And I mean, now I'm winning somehow in a half that I got dominated in a half that I got cheated in. I'm now winning because of one final play at the end of the half. And that goes to prove, too, how big bend don't break defense is in the red zone. If you're able to hold people to 3 points, that was my 3rd possession of the game. I had not scored yet. He had scored on both of his possessions, and because I scored a touchdown, we took a lead going to half. And now it's 7-6, his ball. This is the first time he has the full length of the field to work, too, so I'm pretty excited about that, where I'm like, okay, my defense, like, we can freaking do something, dude. Like, I feel awesome on defense. Offensively, I'm scared, to be honest with you. I have not done well in offense literally at all up to this point. Besides the bomb and the little bit of dinkage, like the dink yardage I got on the drive that ended with the inaccurate. But, I mean, on defense, I feel good. Right here, he dumps it down. We wrap up, tackle. Happy with that. That's what I'm talking about. You need those wrap-ups. He wants to throw that every single play. You got it. That's fine with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't defend everything. Take away the nukes and let people work their way into the dead zone, which is inside that 15-yard line, really. Again, another flat. Good wrap-up. He got 10 right there, so I need to do a little bit better job of really getting there and taking that away a little bit better. But still, I am not sweating over that right there. I'm not. You just can't. Motioning right to left. I remember we've seen this. We know what he likes to do. Watch what we do, right? He runs this same little flood concept. There's no streak this time. But look, this guy, 15, is going on a corner. He has this tight end going across, right? And we have a deep flat, we have a short flat, and we have my user going across to cover this right here. This is a coverage sack. Awesome sheds from the D-line right here to get some freaking great pressure up the middle. Thank you, Warren Sappy Poo. But really, this is a coverage sack right here where everything's bagged. There's not really anything he could throw. And just an absolute... Just awesome defense right here. I'm feeling myself now, man. I am like, let's go. We have 3 sacks. You couldn't ask for better defense. I feel like at this point on defense, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I can kind of see what play calls he's gonna call now. Before he snaps in. I kind of did the same thing against Spam, and I was telling you guys, you can see it with my adjustments, where I'm like, I kind of have an idea of the play calls he's making before he snaps it usually. Right there, great play. I thought he was going to actually motion over, but that's me getting premature with my adjustments. Does a good job right there, hitting that seam wheel. That's a super tough route to defend, though, I'll be honest. That route right there is very frustrating. 1st and 10. sending, I believe we're sending the 5-man right here. Whenever we send the 5-man, we have this looper coming around and Jack Tatum, who this guy shouldn't be on the field, by the way. Jack Tatum, this is 83 speed Jack Tatum. This is, again, me being very angry earlier and not realizing it, but Jack Tatum freaking screaming right there, dude. Freaking coming in. And not only that, that saves us so much because, look, we have blown coverage. I don't have a deep zone on this side. I have no deep zone on this side right here. My deep half was accidentally inside third. I don't know how this happened, but it was. He has a freaking touchdown, and the blitz just the beauty of having a blitz that comes in that doesn't let people throw deep is so huge, man. And we have 3 people coming free right there, dude. Absolutely huge defensive mistake. But finally, we get. I don't even know if that's lucky because that blitz has been doing that all game. But we get a little bit of help our way, right? Where we're not. It's just a little bit of It's really just a little bit of help our way where we get a little fortunate after a mistake that we make where we're not paying dearly for it. And that's because we have an awesome blitz scheme. 2nd and 10 right here. We end up going with the cover 2 shell up top and setting this 5-man again. Look how it comes in. He ends up trying to go for another deep ball, but like it's been like this all game. When you have a blitz that's that comes in like this, you can't go for these balls that are 30 yards downfield. Look, he's trying to go for this tight end, which he has. He does have it. But it's I mean, he's sending 5 people out. I have a 5-man blitz. I'm free. What, like, you can't really expect, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to dink and dunk it. And that's why I'm trying to give up the dink and dunk because I know these situations happen. Now I'm on 3rd and 10, and I'm like, okay, now we can lock in, play some freaking D, and possibly be in the driver's seat of this game. I mean, I'm happy right now. We've somehow managed to get into this. You see the double Mabel on both sides. I actually don't like this play call by me. Yeah, I end up changing it. We kept the double Mabel on the left. Kind of a bad play call. I don't like it a ton. Runs with Dan Marino. Is short. It's going to be 4th and inches right here. I need to change my zone drops. I don't end up changing my zone drops right here. And honestly, he ends up just... I don't end up changing my zone drops, and he ends up just being able to hit a very simple flat route on the right side. We'll see it right here with this... I don't mean to spoil it for you guys, but it's just what happens. I thought this guy was going to be, or I thought one of these two was going to be coming down in like a 5-yard flat to take away this immediate flat right here. Yeah, I thought he was. And yeah, he was just in a 20-yard flat. It was frustrating, mental blunder, but I mean, I'm not, it is what it is, right? This is why I realized that I'm on Jack Tatum because this is 83 speed Jack Tatum. I do not have full one. This is supposed to be Diablo, I believe, where I try to get up to this, can't get it. His Brandon Marshall catches it. I'm like, what the heck? And it's because I have Jack Tatum in the game. So I don't know if that's open anyways, but it definitely is open when you have 83 speed user. He's now on the goal line, 1st and goal from the 8. But this is where we stood up multiple times this game, so it's not that. It's a situation where I'm like, okay, like I can play some D. A little 1st and goal, audible's over. We end up shooting the run, okay. Kind of missed the shoot, but get a shed because of the shoot that we have. 2nd and goal from the 6. Again, I didn't love his red zone calls a lot during this. I thought he'd have some different ones. They're pretty inefficient. 2nd and goal from the 6. I believe he's going to go with another run right here. Let's see what he does. We have the halfback cross man right here, and he does run the ball. Ends up getting no truck. Good tackle by Big D, Jalen Ramsey. 3rd and goal from the 6 right here, and I can feel the stop coming. All right. Mind you, look at the clock, though. If I get the ball back, I realistically get it. And I can't clock the 4th quarter like this. So I need to score a touchdown when I get the ball back because this guy is getting 3 every single drive, if that makes sense. But 3rd and goal, need to get off the field right here. Ends up throwing a quick flat pattern. End up getting a great wrap-up with Mike Haynes. That's what I talked about. Love these wrap-ups. 4th and goal, he has to kick. Great defense. Again, in the plus side territory. So it's okay. He's working for everything he can get. Our ball... 1st and 10 from the 25. He's still in the same defense. Again, he's making me work, though, for the most part. He's making me work. So we're going to go for a little inside zone action. We're going to ID his user, and that's kind of the trick that we need, where we're able to break this inside zone for a big run. That's huge. Just pull so much stress off your shoulders. You're able to break either an easy run, an easy deep dot. Just, again, it's like a first completion. It's just so relieving for you. Because, honestly, at this point, I'm still feeling like, remember, my drives have been a pick, an inaccurate pick after a misery drive, and then a one-play bomb, right? So I haven't really moved the ball proficiently yet this game. Another inside zone, not able to shoot it. We're able to get another good chunk, about 13, 14 right there. 2 rushes for 39 yards. And I'm like, okay, this results in him getting out of his defense. He was in 2-4-5 odd. He still is. Let's see how much longer he's in it. But he can't shoot the runs. So you can't live like that. If you can't shoot the runs, it's a pretty stressful place to be, right? Mike Vick making some calls. Again, inside zone, we ID that user. Joel Petonio with the block. We're able to get that cutback, great vision, and a good gain of 6. We are milking the clock, but I know in my head I can't milk this all the way. 2nd and 4, that's 3 straight runs that are getting great yardages. And now, I believe it should be right now that he is out of this defense. He's saying, I cannot run 2-4-5 odd. I can't shoot the gaps out of it. And I am going to keep running the ball down his throat until he stops the run. He's doing way too good a job in pass defense. Look here. He's in, I believe this is a 2-3-6 Sam. I could be wrong. We're going to run the ball again. He ends up shooting this gap. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. You can shoot the gap now. That's cool. But he's in a different defense. What that tells me is that probably he doesn't have good bunch tight end defense out of this. He just has some good gap shoots out of it. So a little 3rd and 3, we're going to do a little flipperooski to PA boot over, going to the left side. And now earlier when we ran this, he contained us. Now he can't contain us anymore, right? So we're able to get a free run to the outside pushy edge with Vic. Have Y maybe, have A, have X. Gonna end up throwing X for easy little baby dot. Hush, your mama ends up getting a nice diving catch on it. I'm happy with that. Could be a little less scary, but I like it. He cannot contain me in this. And I mean, when I'm able to get free flow into the pocket, now I feel like I'm good. I'm not stressed about a blitz. I'm not stressed about crazy coverage. I'm not stressed about contains. I feel like I can still run the ball okay. You see a little flip, back, forth, trying to get his adjustments a little messed up. The clock is not running right now. The play clock is. We're going to, again, get out. This is a great example of Mike Vick, dude. Oh, man. An awesome example of Mike Vick. Let's break down exactly. No other quarterback does this. And the reason being, this shed right here, no quarterback outruns this guy. This is LT, about 90 speed. No quarterback outruns this right here. And he outruns it to the point where I'm still able to make an absolute great throw. He gets a little stuck right there. He wouldn't have gotten up there anyways. Jerry Rice, easy laser in the end zone. And now, Dcroft, for the first time all game, has to go down and score 7 points. 3 won't cut it anymore. Really, his philosophy is the same on defense, dude. I just don't want him to get a big chunk play. That's really all I'm trying to take away. We have the blitz coming off the left edge. Comes free. He ends up having to step way up in the pocket. Gets a good game with Dan Marino, gain of 14. While I don't want to give up 14-yard gains consistently, that strategy of moving the ball, I really like. Again, I'm taking a great passer and making him have to scramble with a 79 speed QB for his yards. That's I'm okay with that, right? It's not the most ideal thing. Obviously, I'd rather force stops, but that's also I also know that's not what Dcroft wants to do. Derrick Henry, good run right there, good run call, ends up trucking his way to my 43. Now I'm like, okay. Well, now he's in plus territory. Little scary. Not a great situation really at all for me now. A little scared about these run plays. I'm surprised I actually use her like I do right here. I think that I should have used her a little bit differently. Ends up running it again. Derrick Henry gets about 3 right there. Great shed, and we got a little bit of a shoot right there, and then got a grab ankle tackle. 2nd and 8 though. I'm a little scared about these runs. See the motion again. We're going to do that same double Mabel that Mabel on the right side, looking for that high-low at the corner. He ends up running, not necessarily the high-low with the corner, but it is a high-low with a deep fade and a low route right here. At the middle of the field, we're able to use her this, and this is going into a 30-yard flat. He ends up actually throwing this, and I think this is technically a bona fide dot. You could tell afterwards with his hurdle out of bounds that he was spamming Y. He got a little scared about this throw. I mean, look at this. Like this right here looks like it's played. I can't lie. This looks like it's picked. I think this is picked. Charles Woodson does not think it's picked. And you can see he jurtles out of bounds because he's spamming wide, trying to make sure he gets an ag catch right there. That's a risky throw. He gets it, works out in his favor. It is a dot. And now he's on the 23-yard line, which is, all right, like he's in a good spot now. I think he ends up going with the seam wheel right here. No, he actually ends up running with Derrick Henry. So, yeah, this is a stupid move by him. I think this is... So, you see the swerve right here? He ends up swerving back. He's trying to play the clock game right here. See this? He swerves back. He has open field right here. This isn't like a ball carrier vision thing. This is him he's trying to get tackled at this point. When you have this could end up being a touchdown run. He could break this for a touchdown because he's getting blocked right here. This could easily be a touchdown. He's trying to play the clock game now where he thinks he's going to score with no time remaining. The reason that's stupid is that he's been in this situation 3 times now, and this game has only gotten 3 points each time. Obviously, it's a great reward if it works out for him because he puts me very little time to actually score. But when you're not doing great in the red zone, I feel like you have to acknowledge that and just, you have the opportunity to get a lot of yards right there. I mean, at least inside the 10, and he chooses not to. 2nd and 3 right here. Do I show my play art? He ends up taking a delay, which I'm like, okay. So it's 2nd and 8 now. So a run that literally just went from a possible 15-yard gain just went to a 2-yard gain, basically, right? In actual net positive yardage from between 1st and 2nd downs. It was a mental blunder by him. I'm not sure what happened. Ends up having this little flat pattern again. Gets it, but I mean, now that's a flat pattern for 7 yards. That makes it a 3rd and 1, which is basically what it should have been the play before. And we have a chance to get a stop, right? 3rd and 1. I mean, that's an okay spot for us. Especially in this part of the field, it's hard to pass. So let's see what ends up happening right here. I'm looking for a gap shoot. We end up getting it. Missed the gap shoot, but because of our gap shoot, we're able to actually blow this run up in the backfield. You actually see me with Divine Diablo right here. Get a crazy shoot, mess up the blocking, and then Mr. Who is this? Yes, KBG ends up making the tackle in the backfield. 4th and 2. Mind you, it should have been 2nd and 2. Realistically, he should have been inside the 10-yard line. He maybe even have scored by now. But now he's in a do-or-die 4th and 2 situation where we're going to go some pretty aggressive defense right here. The logic right here on defense for me is 2 things. 1, get a stop. But 2, if we don't get a stop, I need him to score a touchdown, right? 33 seconds. He snaps his play. He scores. It'll be, around, 25 or so seconds. I'll have a chance to go down and get 3 with 25 seconds. If he gets a first down in this territory around 5 yards, I won't get the ball back. I won't even have an opportunity. So we're going to play pretty aggressive defense. I'm a little bit worried about him running, so you see me using right here, ready to shoot that gap. And we're actually going to see, I don't know if I have a deep zone on the field. Yeah, I don't have a deep zone on the field, guys. Hook curl, my user's hook curl. We have a double Mabel on this side. I see that motion, so we are gonna Mabel this side with a to take away the a high or low read. And if he wants to score a touchdown with a streak, he's got it, right? Same thing over here. End up Mabeling this side and with a hook curl. Playing super aggressive, sending 5 right here. Remember, our 5-man's been crazy so far this game, and end up coming free off this edge. He forces it, and we get a knockout. And that's my mid-zone KO knocking that out right there. And finally, one of our knockout zones makes an awesome play. Make it a couple of things. One, he threw a streak at a hook curl early. That shouldn't even be a ball that can get played. That should have been. I think that should be, honestly, Ed Reed should be able to pick this. And more importantly, I mean, again, like, that's my mid-zone KO in a mid-zone, knocking that ball out, which is what which is why I pay AP for the ability to do. So it sucks that the game ends on a knockout like that, or his drive gets stopped on a knockout like that, but also that's what my ability does. That's the perfect adjustments for what he's doing. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome defense overall right there. 1st and 10. 20 seconds, though. I'm still scared. I am still very concerned. You see me, I'm yelling a lot. I can't actually play any of the music or the sound because I had music playing here and I'll get copyrighted. But I'm screaming at this point. 1st and 10, boys. A little inside zone action. I actually could have taken it for a first down right there, but I missed the hole. All I need to do, though, is keep burning clock. That play took 4 seconds. This play takes 4 seconds. Next play takes 4 seconds. We punt it. He is 1 shot to the end zone, right? That's really how I see it. 2nd and 5. Up 5. We're running the ball. You do not pass in this situation, literally at all, right? Another run. End up cutting it back right here. He clicks on wrong. We have the first down. I end up just getting tackled. We get first down. We win. I'm freaking excited. My chat's freaking hyped, dude. You like some comp Madden gameplay? You want to get better at Madden yourself? Link is in the top description to my website where you have full guides, full tips, full breakdowns of everything you need to become a very, very, very good Madden player. A lot of my people have went from being, average kind of weekend league players, head-to-head guys, to actually playing at comp tournaments. You can do it too. Link is in the top description. Get ready for Madden 24, boys.